I'm asking for anyone with seeds from a fresh grown from their garden that they saw plant to allow me to have it. And I want to start a garden from a generation of seeds that even if your seed holds a little bit of germ or some kind of, seven dust or anything like that, I would like to have those seeds and grow them without any kind of government-sanctioned fertilizer, anything bought from a store, anything bought from anywhere that has taxes on it. And I want to buy and grow food without anything added. Anything, period. And then make foods that have nothing bought from a store, nothing added from anything from a store, nothing that was government tampered. Not that I have anything against the government, but I just can't trust them. So therefore, I'm going to feed them healthy foods until they become trustworthy, because the foods they eat will change them. They need to stop putting any kind of chemicals on the food and stop worrying about trying to change people. Let people change themselves. Let people know the truth, because they don't know the truth. And I'm here to tell them the truth. But if I try to tell them the truth, they'll be afraid to lose their power over people and kill me. So therefore, I can't. But I have to tell the people so that we together as a group can tell them and not get killed. And they're still going to kill their whole planet. And why would they do that? They won't, when they know that they're part of it. And that this is us. We can finally live together on a planet of euphoria. A planet of the greatest things we've ever done. And then we'll generate a new solar system that'll go through the same game again without having to do it ourselves. And we can live in a different vibration. We can live in a different density. We can live in a new frequency of living. We can live in the light of love. And that's what we're trying to do right now. And everyone knows that. Some people be like, oh, that's New Agers and all this kind of stuff. I could consider myself a New Ager because I meditate, but I don't just meditate. I study. I study the things that matter. And I study from the Akashic records. I don't study from anybody or anything. I know names. And I can look at somebody and hear something that they say for a few minutes and go off from that for a few minutes and just explain everything. Because it helps me. I just need little details to remember what I put on certain people so that they'd remind Dan. That's all I did. Like Mark Caluzzi and Chris Caluzzi were like his music. He was my music collusion. He was what messed me up out of music. But he's an awesome dude deep down underneath. He also Caluzzi'd my girlfriend, Brittany. He loved her and was flirting on her the whole time. Well, he didn't love her, but he wanted her. And while he was together, and she even admitted that she wanted him. And then they ended up dating after we were together. He brought drugs around my kids. All kinds of stuff like that. And then there's all kinds of weird things like, my dad didn't see his dad, but somehow his dad showed up when I was born just to see me a couple times, or just, the last time he saw him was when I was born and just happened to complete the triangle. All those things. My mom, my grandma, Waldemarson, like I had the great-grandma, which is the top of the seven ladder. I mean, most people don't get that. I had that. I had my great-grandma, my grandma on my dad's, or my mom, my great-grandma and my mom on my mom's side. On my dad's side, all I had was my dad, and his mom was foul. So therefore, I only had a dad on one side, and I had 3 holy mothers. One was a little odd in the woods, one was very religious, and one was a mix of the two. And she was a kinetic wonder who knits things together and makes them out of love for people. And everything she cooks and everything she sews is healing. But other people wouldn't believe that because they're not from that kind of idea. They're not from that kind of vibration. They're not from that generation. But the generation is your mother. The generation is your mind after that. And if you can follow the mother, which is the earth that forms in that spirit, which my mother had a very beautiful earth spirit so that she could birth God. She went through Mary. She went through Joseph, her parents. My father had Joseph. And my father was Ed. And then my father found Kathleen. And then they made me at the end of the line to save mankind. No joke. Just poetry. And it's everything that I've ever lived from the moment I was born into existence as light. And now I remember it all. I remember it all. And I can't tell nobody about it because nobody gets that. Nobody is that deep. Nobody talks about shit like that. And if they do, there's so many weird things in it that you don't want to hear that. You won't believe it if you hear it. But guess what? I have to say it. If I don't, what's the point of being alive? Nothing. Nothing at all. I don't want to teach classes on how to make money. I don't want to teach classes on how to be online. Being online is what's going to fuck people up even more because you're going to give up everything to a computer system. Right now, your phone is reading everything about you and telling you everything about you and telling them everything about you because it's transmitting. It's really close to your body's frequency. And now they have towers right next to you, right next to every house, so that your cell phone will almost read what you're thinking and give sensitive distortions without you saying it, but with you thinking it and feeling it. And if you can keep yourself in tune without that, you can avoid it. You don't need to wear no hat that keeps out Wi-Fi rays or 5G. You just have to keep your mind open to the truth and closed to the noise. The white noise, the black noise, the frequencies that are freaked. That's what we have to do. And if you don't like it, then you join the wrong world. And if you do like it, it's going to be a very exciting time learning what we're all about. So why not join on the good side for once? Even if there is seemingly a bad side. You know what? There is a good and bad. We keep ignoring like, well, that's not bad. That's just somebody's idea. We can kill things and it's okay as long as they're not from our country and are not from our family, right? No. Sorry. No. Never. Not at all. Nada. Nich. Zero. Zip. Do not fucking kill anymore. And do not be stupid on purpose. Quit being ignorant. Is that hard? If it is, then you're fucked. If you don't like it, too bad. Become too good. Until next time, peace. Because that's all there is.